Just following up from Minister's point on subsidies, I filed a written question for yesterday's session inquiring the dollar value of subsidies allocated by HDB in each year from 2010 to 2022 for HDB BTO apartments in both mature and non-mature estates respectively, and how many of such flats were constructed each year. And Minister replied saying that the market subsidies are not directly comparable across projects, launches and years, as they depend on prevailing market conditions, attributes of the BTO projects offered and prevailing household incomes. I understand that answer, but Minister in his reply did not set out the subsidies for each year. And I cannot understand why that information cannot be made public, because those subsidies are taxpayer subsidies. The taxpayer is actually funding the home ownership program vis-a-vis subsidies. And I need the minister's understanding as to why that information cannot be given out by the ministry.
I think we can deal with this more thoroughly in a debate on the motion, but the short answer is that if you look at every brochure when we have a launch, and I'm sure the member has got residents come up to you to say, which one, 3-room, 4-room, which floor, and you look at the BTO range of prices, we made the effort to put the comparable resale price next to it. That is a sense of the whole range, broadly, the whole range of market support and subsidies that are given to Singaporeans. But we have to bear in mind that based on each family's circumstances, additional grants may or may not be available. And so it will vary, not just project by project, but also on who buys them. So not just subsidies, but also grants. And we have provided the cost of construction, which is put out and published. The overall amount of money that government uses as taxpayer dollar to fund home ownership is public information. It's a huge figure with some breakdown. And we also put it in the brochure, not just for members of parliament, but for individual buyers, to get a sense of the range of difference between the resale prices that are comparable and the prices that they are being asked to pay in a range, again, different floor, different facing, different block. And of course, as I said before, the subsidies that we provide on top of the grants will vary from launch to launch, from year to year, even within the same town, because, and especially when resale prices fluctuate a lot. I mean, when everything is flat, roughly it's all about the same. But just think about it. You have resale prices shooting up 28 to 9% in the last 2 years. I may be getting my figures a bit wrong, but broadly, the resale prices have gone up a lot. But look at the average resale price, average BTO prices. They've remained relatively stable, of course, adjusting for different locations. And that must mean that you have to adjust the subsidies, even for projects launched in succession in an area, in order to ensure that stability.
Ms. Jessica Tan.